Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with Empties, and my box is empty because I like to spread everything out in front of me. For those of you tuning in to me for the first time, I like to go over makeup first, then full and travel size, and then I keep my foil packets for the end in case people don't want to watch that. I don't have as much stuff this month, which on one hand kind of seems like, hey, I have less crap crowding my house, or less, mini sizes crowding my house, which isn't true, but whatever. But also it's like, I don't have as long of videos because I don't have as much stuff, which, I don't know, some people might think it's good that I don't have as long of videos, but I like having a lot of stuff for you guys. So we'll start with my makeup first. There's also perfume samples in here if you can hear that rattling about. I have the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. For a very oily skinned person, I actually did enjoy this. I would not purchase it because I can only wear it like 2 to 3 months out of the year, especially with this. We've had two seriously mild ass winters in a row. Like this year so far we've had one weekend of cold weather where I live, which is South Louisiana. So I can't buy a full size of something like this because I can't use it year round. But it was really nice. It did have a nice glow to it without being glittery or anything, and it did kind of hold my makeup to my face better than some other illuminating primers that I've tried. I actually have two mini BB and CC creams in here. One I liked, one I did not. I have complained quite a bit about one of them before. This is the Juice Beauty Stem Cellular CC cream. More power to people that love it. It made me break out, so I have another one of these that I'm getting rid of so badly. But I had my own personal issues with it as well. It didn't have enough coverage for me. It was a little too light. It had a smell that I compared to rotten oranges, but I know people that like all that stuff about it, so all of those are super subjective. But this was not for me. The one I did like is the Dr. Jart Premium BB Balm. This is the one in the gold packaging. This is a little gray toned, or I guess neutral toned rather than warm or cool. But overall, it is a BB cream that actually sticks on my face longer than an hour or two, which is always good. I don't know if I would necessarily buy a full size. I'm really liking my CoverGirl BB matte cream right now, so I would probably stick to that rather than buying this. It's a lot cheaper as well. But this is really nice, and I will never turn down these little minis that I can get at least 3 or 4 uses out of. Okay, we'll go to these thingies next if I can find the other one. I have two of these little Benefit tints. I actually wound up going through them really fast and I was not expecting to. I have the Benetint and I have the Lolly tint. What I was doing was that I was dumping these out on my Real Technique sponge and then patting them on my face like that so that they were sheared out and not immediately staining my face as soon as the little brush touched my cheek. And in doing that, I went through them really quickly. It was not intentional, but it happened. I do like these, but considering the way I put them on, I think I would go through them really quickly, which means I don't want to spend the full price on these. I especially do love the color of the Lolly tint though, but they were both actually really pretty. I have a piece of paper because the actual product is at my mom's house. It is the Julep Clear Lip Liner that I had in my Project 60 pan. I was literally 2 uses from being done and I thought I lost it there earlier this month, or January, whenever this actually goes up. But she managed to find it for me. So it is sitting at her house with 2 uses, but I decided to declare it done for the purposes of the project just to make sure that, I got my empty out of it, because I definitely got my money's worth. I got it in my Julep subscription box. It is $16. But honestly, I think it's better than the Urban Decay Ozone one. So if you want to treat yourself to a clear lip liner, I would go with that one over that because it fills out your lips and it smooths out the lines. I really noticed that as I was using it up. So I really liked it for that purpose. But hopefully I will be going back in March because a friend of mine is getting married in March and I will be able to grab it then, use up my other 2 uses so that in my end of the year makeup empties, I'm not flapping around a paper like a goober. I have my Bare Minerals Bare Skin Sheer Sun Serum Bronzer. I do really like this for adding a little bit of color to some too light foundations that I've kind of ended up with over time. That's actually my favorite use of it. I did use this one to contour a little bit too just to make sure that worked, and it does work. I had to use, actually I used this brush that I had to declutter later, but I didn't have to, I decided to. So I'll just show, I used my Real Techniques Expert's Face Brush. I just put some on the back of my hand, dabbed it, and then contoured like normal, and it did turn out really pretty. It's a little bit time consuming because I'm working with a liquid rather than a powder, but I really like this. Once I go through my other one that I have, I might actually go buy a full size. I have an eyeshadow, like not a full size eyeshadow, but a full size for my Naked palette eyeshadow. This was Virgin. I mean, there's nothing in it now, but I did finish this for my Project 60 pan as well. I do really like this as an inner corner highlight and a face highlight. I have a whole nother pan of it from a different palette, so I don't need to go purchase it, but it is really pretty. And final makeup-y product, makeup-y. This is the Jack Black Intense Therapy Lip Balm in Natural Mint. This is the one that, as I mentioned in other videos, my dog Beals decided to try and eat multiple times. It started out like right here, because this is like a mini I got in a Sephora sample bag, and I was like, that's not gonna last me any amount of time. This lasted me over a month. So that was cool. I'm actually, if I go through all of my lip balms and actually get them down to a not insane size, I would totally buy this. I know it's like $8 at Sephora, and Jack Black is technically a men's brand, but whatever. I did really like this. It's kind of Vaseline-y, which I know some people really don't like, but I don't mind that. And it was a really nice mint on the end, not on the inside of it, but in the product that didn't burn my lips or chap them up or anything like that. It actually made them really soft. Well, the balm did. And it is certified cruelty-free, just in case you were curious about that. I think it's worth the $8. I would totally purchase it. Okay, next is just perfumes and a mini hair oil. Let's see. Do the hair oil first. This is the Bumble and Bumble Hairdresser's Invisible Oil. I like hair oils. I have yet to really be able to tell the difference between them. I kind of just base it on smell, and this smelled okay, but I have ones that smell better, so I would probably not purchase this. I would not turn down more samples though. And I went through a lot of perfumes this month. I have 3 perfume samples, and I have 1 like actual mini sprayer. This is the Atelier Cologne in Orange Sanguine. This is a $14 product. How is that possible? I do really like this though. This is really, not intense, but kind of strong. So like 1 or 2 squirts on my neck and 1 on my wrist to kind of put together, and you're done. This is not one you can spray all over and not die from it. It is like $120 though, which is why like this is, you know, technically worth $14. Maybe one day when I have like 1 perfume or 2 left, I will go buy that, but not before then. And these 3, this is Nicki Minaj Pink Friday. I do really like this, so I might purchase it one day because this I can get at Walmart for like 25 bucks. This is the Victoria's Secret Angel Gold perfume. This was nice, but a little florally for my taste, so I would not purchase, but it was, I'll use them. This is the Dior J'adore perfume. This is something I wear because it's really nostalgic to me. I mentioned this on my Instagram. My mom wears this. She used to wear it a lot more, but now she just has more perfume, so she wears different stuff. But I grew up with her wearing this a lot, so every time I get a sample of it, I wear it. It's not my, it's a much more mature perfume than I'm liking to wear, like personally, but I do really enjoy it when I do get it, but I would probably not purchase it just because it's not typically my style of perfume, if that makes sense. But I do love getting samples of it and wearing it because it makes me think of my mom. Okay, so what should I do next? I'll go over these next. I have 2 makeup wipes. This was a mini from Ulta. Like when they do their 5 for 5 during Christmas, this was a makeup wipe you can buy. It is in vanilla icing. It did smell really good, and it actually did a pretty good job taking off my makeup. It says face and body mini wipes, but I totally used them as a makeup wipe, so yeah. And we have my Dollar Tree wipes that I use for my, when I put on makeup, like if I put foundation on the back of my hand, this is what I use to take them off rather than a nicer makeup wipe. You get $44. They're kind of on the dry side, which is why I would never use them on my face, but they work for that purpose. So that's what I buy them for. And I got a bunch of brush wipes, actually. These are all the e.l.f. ones. They smell so bad, you guys. Do not buy these. I was curious because I really liked my Sephora ones that came individually wrapped. You get 10 of these for $3. They're not even very good. They're really small. The Sephora ones were way bigger. I would never purchase these again. I have like 3 left that I will use next month and be done with them. And I'm just gonna go buy the pack of Wet n Wild ones. They're not individually wrapped, but they are so superior to those. Or if I make a Sephora order soon, I might pick up another box of them. Because they were like $7 and I got 18, but they were so much bigger, so I only went through like 2 a month, not 5. So it's worth it to me. I actually have 2 brushes and a sponge. This poor thing. This was an e.l.f. blending brush. Yeah, blending eye brush, but because it does this, I decided, you know what? I'm not broke. I have a ton of these brushes. I can just throw this away. I don't even know where the brush head went because I went to go put them together in my empties and I dropped the head along the way. This is my much beloved Expert face brush, but my dog knocked it. Beals, actually, she's kind of a giant goober and will fly around the room not realizing that she has a giant butt. You know, like me. But she bumped into I use a TV tray as a makeup stand because I don't have that big of an apartment. She bumped into that, knocked this on the floor just right, and it knocked the black part off. And it works just fine, but I recently managed to find my Target brush that is just like this, so I'm like, why am I keeping this? Let me declutter. I was decluttering a bunch of brushes anyway, but I was like, I can just throw this away. So I would totally repurchase this if, say, I lost my Target one or anything like that. This was probably what I would repurchase because I can just get this at Walmart, which is a lot closer to me than Target. But I love this for foundation. I prefer this for thicker foundations than really liquidy ones, but other than that caveat, I love this. And my Real Techniques Expert Face Sponge. This is crazy stain. Like, this is where the Benefit Benetint thingies were going. This is my foundation side. Let's cut this open. Because my friend Melissa cut hers from her empties open because she had like a weird black spot on it. You can see that white spot, that's highlighter, so don't freak out. But I figured, let's have some fun. I only keep mine for 3 to 4 months. There shouldn't be anything in it, but you never know, and I am curious. So I also saw Peachy Keen cut hers open. No, just foundation. It's like a little bitty foundation spot in the middle, actually, like Peachy Keen's was. I'll link both the people who I know did this recently down below. I was just curious. I do love this sponge. I'm using the Ulta one right now, and this is so much better, you guys. The Ulta one does the trick, but it gets so big that it's actually kind of hard to get under my eyes. But, you know, it'll do. So I don't see it. It works well enough that I'm too lazy to go take it back to Ulta because Ulta's like 30 minutes away from me, but I would not repurchase. Okay, so what's next? I guess I'll go over all of this stuff. My husband had an empty. This is the Gillette Series Shave Gel for sensitive skin. He really likes it. He likes it enough that he tells me to get Gillette and not any other brand. So, yeah. He actually had more stuff, and then he had a shampoo and conditioner, and then I realized there was like 4 uses left. And I'm like, no, Brian, an empty is an empty. So I'm using the rest of that up. But that'll be in next month's empties. Sometimes you just have to explain to them, no dude, an empty means it's either empty or expired or you really hate it. And I know you didn't hate that shampoo and conditioner, you just didn't get all of it out. This was supposed to be in my 100 colorful empties, but I finished it before it got there. This is the Mizon Special Therapy Goodnight White Sleeping Cream. I wound up using this as just a regular moisturizer to kind of get it used up because I'd had it. Not only had I had it for a little while, I had been trying to finish this for a project. It didn't quite get done in time. It got done about a week later. I think this is in my 17 by 2017, and I had like so little left because I'd cut it open and everything because I do really like this. This is more of a gel consistency, which is the moisturizers that I personally prefer. This is only like $8 or $9 on Amazon. I would totally get this again, but I have so much moisturizer right now that I don't need to be buying any. But this is really good, and I would recommend it. If you're looking for a sleeping cream on top of a moisturizer, I would recommend it for that too. I have nail polish empties. Well, not nail polish, nail remover. This is the EXO Pure Remover Nail Polish Remover in Lavender. I actually did not mind the scent. Normally I hate lavender, but this is really mild, and it did not reek of nail polish, which was good. The bad part of that, though, is that it took quite a bit of this to get nail polish off. Now, I had put it in this pump bottle I got from the Dollar Tree, and recently the pump kind of broke. Yeah, see, there it goes. Like, it gets stuck. So I actually had a little bit of this left, so I was like sticking my cotton ball in there, but after that I was like, I'm not keeping this. I just bought a new thing of stuff. This is $16. This came in a Birchbox Natural limited edition box, and it was fine to use, but this kind of, I would have to sit there and hold a cotton ball on my nail for a good 10 to 15 seconds each time. I think some of it got on my nail polish, because now my nail polish is acting funny. But yeah, I would use it if I got it again, like in a box or something, but I would not purchase this. I wish I could find these again, though. I had this for over a year and it worked great. It just suddenly stopped working on me. I have the Mira Retinol Youth Renewal Serum. I don't think this did much, so I would not purchase that. I have the Acne Free Maximum Strength Terminator 10. This expired on me. I only used about half of it, and I've just decided I don't need a acne spot treatment anymore, because this one and the last one I had both expired before I finished them. I used more than half, so I counted it towards my empties, you know, monetary wise, but it was a good spot treatment. I just don't break out enough to keep something like this around, which is a good thing. It just annoyed me that, you know, it expired. I have some paper masks. I have the Maskology Collagen Lifting Cream Mask. This was cream, like, it's like a white goo. That kind of freaked me out when I first saw it, but it was actually super duper moisturizing. Maybe it was in my head, but my skin did feel a little bit tighter and plumper after I used this last night. Like I said, maybe in my head, I don't know, but I did really like this. I got it from Walmart for $2.50. I would totally purchase again. This one, not as much. I got this from Walmart too. It is the Maskology Collagen Hydrogel Gold Mask. This was a really, really slippery, slimy texture, and it was really hard to get on my face. It was a two-piece one. I don't know if you can see that. It was not quite that gold. It was kind of more see-through. It did leave my face moisturized, but like I said, just the process of getting it on my face annoyed me to no end, so I would not repurchase that. I have the Sephora Orchid Eye Mask. I did really enjoy this. I do feel like these really moisturize my under eyes. I do not have severely dry under eyes, so this is a kind of a random treat thing for me. If I need a couple more bucks on my Sephora order to hit 25 and get my free flash shipping, this is something that I will add to it, because I do like them. I do enjoy them. I'm not sure if I see a ton of results, you know, but they're good enough for me to keep buying, so I guess they're fine. Here is the Seraphine Botanics Carrot and Rose Hydrating Cream. This is a full size. I don't know how that is, but whatever. This actually does smell a little bit like carrot. It's kind of weird, but it's not that bad. So I got this from Ipsy. I would use it again if I got it again, but I don't think I would buy it, because like I said, this is $19 for this size, so no. Something I did love was this Biore Deep Pore Charcoal Cleanser. I love this stuff. I have a full size. I am trying to use up other minis that I have right now. I only have like 5 left though, which is really good for me, because last year I had like a dozen or something. But I really like this. I have a full size that I bought, and hopefully I will get to use that soon. We have the Tresemme Fresh Start Volumizing Dry Shampoo. I know a lot of people don't like this, but I actually did. I mean, I usually like them to have a much stronger white cast, because I just put them in my hair the night before, sleep in it, and by the time I wake up in the morning, the white cast has gone away. This did not leave much of a white cast, which is good, but it still managed to get my hair cleaner than it was before. And, you know, it did actually volumize my roots a little bit, so I would actually buy this again. I mean, I like Batiste better, but if I couldn't find Batiste in a pinch, I would buy this, so yeah. We have the MAC Pro Eye Makeup Remover. This was nice, but it took a lot of it to remove my eye makeup, so I would probably not repurchase, but when I used enough of it, it did remove my makeup, so yeah. Can't back to MAC these little minis either, which makes me sad. The Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. I did really like this. I wound up going through it a little bit quicker than I expected because I put it in my 100 colorful empties at the last second because I used something up before I could film it. Screaming, I need a purple item. Where is the purple freaking item? I thought this would take me longer, but it didn't. I would buy the full size, but I want to try the Walmart version first because I've heard that their Clinique products, the Equate brand, their Clinique products are actually really close and it's so much cheaper than this. And I only have like one eye makeup remover right now anyway. No wait, I have two minis. But once I finish those two, I'm gonna go buy the Equate one, the knockoff of this. But if that's not as good as this, I'm gonna go buy this because I really like it. We have the Too Cool for School all-in-one egg mallow cream. This had this kind of like sweet pre-baking bakery smell, like how batter smells to me. So I did enjoy that. It did feel really nice on my skin. It had kind of a fluffy whipped texture. If I needed a moisturizer, this is something I might check out. I got this from somebody on Instagram that I paid like $1 for, so it was really fun to use. Like I said, I would recommend it. Go give it a try. It didn't leave me greasy or anything, but it still moisturized my skin. I have another mask. I actually went through like a mini mask. This is the Cure Cell Stimulating Facial Mask. This was like a bright, not a bright green, but like that kind of green clay mask. I don't think this did much. Like it left my face feeling really clean afterwards, but you know, couldn't tell much past that. I do like the Cure brand. They are vegan, sulfate-free, cruelty-free, paraben-free, PEG-free, I don't know what that means, petroleum-free, phthalate-free, silicone-free, gluten-free, synthetic fragrance-free, won't clog pores, 100% biodegradable. Basically, if there's something you hate, it's not in their products. But I really like their brand. They're a little expensive. You can get them from Target, but I think they're worth it. They're usually really good. This just one in particular, it wasn't bad. I just didn't see much in the way of results. And I got a good like 4 to 5 masks out of this. So I figure I would have seen something. Is that it? No wait, I have one more that slightly expired on me before I could quite finish it. This is the Supergoop City Sunscreen Serum. I used up most of it, so I counted it in my empties. Usually if something expires before I get to it, other than maybe complaining on Instagram, I just throw it away. I don't even throw it in my empties bag. But this left, I used this before and I liked it fine. This time it left me really greasy, so I wouldn't go get this again. But other than that, we just have samples left. I have 2 of these Beauty 360 nail polish remover pads. These came from CVS. These were actually really good. I would totally buy these again. I'm not entirely sure where I got them from. I don't know if I bought them or if they were given to me or what. I don't remember buying them, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. So if you come across these, give them a shot. They're really good. Tatcha Classic Rice Enzyme Powder. This totally smells like rice. It kind of freaked me out. I know it says rice on it, but it was a very strong scent. But it's one of those where you like pour the powder on your hand and you add a little bit of water, you mix it into a paste, and then you rub it on your face. It was nice. Tatcha is hella expensive though, so I would not purchase. I've heard that the Biore baking soda cleanser, like the actual powder, is relatively close to this if you're curious to try it. At Cosmetics CC Cream, I had to add my NYX foundation mixer into this, but I actually really liked it. And I thought I wasn't going to because it's a, you know, CC cream, but it had really good coverage and it didn't immediately melt off my face. I would love to get a sample of this in Fair to see if I still like it, because I might purchase it like one day when I don't have the high number of foundations that I do right now. Like I don't have as many as a lot of people, but I have way more than I want right now. Like I have 10 and that's way too much for me. Once I can get it down to like 4, and if I liked this in a sample, I would go buy this because it was really nice. My mom wears this all the time and she loves it. I finally finished this. This was in my Project Use It Up in a bottle because I didn't want to be trying to dump this from a packet for so long. This took me like 3 months to use. This is the Deva Curl One Condition Daily Ultra Creamy Daily Conditioner. This is one you leave in your hair. This was okay. I didn't love the scent of it, and if I overused it, it made my hair crunchy. but it was fine enough to use, so I used them all. I used all of it up, but I would not purchase. I didn't love using this. And these are an ounce each, so I had plenty of time to decide. I have the Hourglass Immaculate Liquid to Powder Foundation. I really liked this. I think the shade in Shell, which you can kind of see on the back, I think it oxidized on me because my face was not matching my neck by the end of the day, kind of badly. But if I could figure out a good shade for myself, I would love to get like a little pod sample of this or something and test it out over a couple of days, because the one day I wore it, I really, really liked it, other than the oxidation problem. This one I didn't like. This is the Illusion Hyaluronic Skin Tint, oil-free my butt. This was really greasy. It was also a little on the dark side for me. This is in Ivory, and it was too dark. So no, I would not want to do anything with that again. Olay Regenerist Luminous Tone Perfecting Cream. This is really nice. I don't know if I would ever buy this, but I do like it when I use it in these little packs. I have the, what is this called? The YSL Touche Clot Under Eye Concealer. This is actually in 4.5. I used this to contour with and it was fine. It was just me trying to use it up. I have a full size of this in the number 2 shade and I do really, really like it for actually under my eyes. Let's see, I have the Hosk Bamboo Oil Strengthening Shampoo and Conditioner. This worked good on my hair. I really love this hair brand. I did not like the smell of this though. So this I would not purchase, but I have the, I think it's the repairing one. It smells like oranges and it's amazing. Hourglass Mineral Veil, I do really like this. I don't know if I would necessarily purchase it. I might purchase the little $18 mini. And finally, we have the Garnier Whole Blend Green Apple and Green Tea Shampoo and Conditioner. I really like the shampoo. The conditioner was not enough for my hair. It still left it kind of tangly, so I might purchase the shampoo. I wouldn't purchase the conditioner. I'd love to get some samples of some of the other ones, because this is kind of like the Revitalizes and Boost Shine, which is not what I need. I need more moisturizing. So that is it. For so little empties, I still went forever. Hopefully I can edit it down some. So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you later. Bye.